Okay, so we're rolling a die twice and determining what the probability is that the first roll is greater than 2 and the second roll is odd. Now, first of all, the AND just tells us that the probability of this whole thing happening, so we could say the probability that we have the first roll is greater than 2 and the second roll is odd. So we'll do that. And so basically we're saying and in there, so it will be the probability that it's greater than 2 times the probability that it's odd. Now we also have to look at this and say, are these two scenarios, these two outcomes, are they dependent on each other in any way? So if we were to roll the die the first time and it was greater than 2, does that have any impact on what happens in the second roll? Well, none whatsoever, right? So basically the probability, all we have to do is look at what is the probability that it'll be greater than 2. Well, that's the probability that it'll be greater than 2. So let's see, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Those are all the outcomes that are possible there. And the probability that it'll be odd is the same as saying the probability that it'll be a 1, a 3, or a 5. So turning that into probabilities or fractions here, we have 4 that we listed there out of 6. And the probability of it being odd, we have 3 out of 6. And so we could reduce those down before we multiply, or just multiply them out and then reduce it in the end. Let's do the first. So we would have 2/3 times 1/2, and we can see that the 2's cancel out, and we're left with 1/3. And so there's our probability, and it could be answered as a percentage. 1 divided by 3 comes out to 33.3%. So whichever way you want to answer it is perfectly fine.